Hello Virgo, I'm here, your Scorpio Stellium, to do your weekly predictions for September 13th through 19th. I am brand new to this YouTube world, so hopefully you will take a listen and see if this adds value to your life. We're going to look at the energy you're bringing into this week, how sort of the middle of the week, the meat of it is going to go, and how you're going to be closing it out. Really beautiful energy that you are bringing into things. Even though it looks like something didn't really work out the way that you wanted it to, you've accepted it. You have integrated it into yourself as, it may have been a missed opportunity, but you feel like other opportunities are going to come. And so you're not really sweating it. And I like to see that. I like to see that it's not just, you're not stuck on it. You have the Six of Pentacles. This looks like a situation where you are receiving or giving, one or the other. You're either receiving some help from somebody else and you have to be in a sort of subservient position, or you are the one who's giving the help. I feel like you're giving help right now to somebody. It's maybe not completely worked out the way that you thought it would, but there's still positive energy around it with the star. The star is about healing, and it is about reconciliation, and having one foot being very grounded and one foot being emotional. So you're bringing the two halves of the brain together, and you're like, okay, this is all right. We've come a long way. We're not there yet. So that's where you're bringing it in. Okay, that's what's from the past week. This week is really about learning something new, communicating probably with a more powerful individual. I have the King of Wands here. This is usually the person who I think is very charismatic. The King of Wands is very magnetic. It's somebody that you want to be around, or a lot of other people want to be around. And you're in communication with this person. They could be teaching you something new, quite frankly, or helping you in some other way. The Page of Pentacles really talks about learning. Sometimes it's training, like literally, you're in school or you're training for something or you're interning, but it can just be like some life skills, but you're in communication and it's going kind of fast. Okay. So, I do want you to be a little bit careful to not burn yourself out. I know that you're a perfectionist. You want everything to be just so. And as long as they're giving the advice or giving the help, you're going to want to keep going with it, but just make sure you don't do too much too soon. Okay, the week closing it out is difficult, or towards the end of the week, towards the beginning of next week is difficult, to be quite frank. I don't like saying it. I don't like to bring any negativity into our reading space, but again, no bullshit. I'm going to tell you straight up what I see, and this is not getting what you want, feeling like you were betrayed, that something didn't work out, that you were stabbed in the back, that it's a sad feeling. It's not, it's heavy energy, really. Reversed Knight of Cups is about the wish that you had that didn't come true. So, we're going to clarify that. We're going to see a little bit more what that's like, what that's about. The Hierophant here, this is the counselor. Okay, this is the person who comes in and really helps you sort it all out. Tries to put you back on the right path. It's a spiritual mentor, but it can be a friend sometimes that is, who you go to for counseling. It can be a literal counselor, but somebody who is trying to help you sort out how this kind of ends, because it does end in a difficult way. You brought so much good energy into the week, and then, but remember, this is a weekly reading. This is not your whole life. This is not months and months. This is a week at a time. It's a little snapshot. It's a short period of time. Sometimes we just have bad weeks. This is not a bad week. It's just how it's ending is rough. So let's take a look at what's not going right for you here. Love. Oh, well, we didn't see that one coming, right? Okay, a love relationship. You thought that this person in this situation was going to give more. They were going to be more, but it was a superficial thing. I think that it's a new situation for most of you. For those of you that have been in a long-term relationship, I think it's just a smaller version. Okay, so it can be one of two things. New relationship that didn't work out because this person came across like they were sort of a sweet talker, like the Casanova, the knight on the white horse, which literally the Knight of Cups is. And then realizing that they're not very truthful, or they're just, everything they say is kind of, is a half truth. It's like they talk it up, but it's not that great, and it doesn't work out. But if you're in a longer term relationship, it's just a smaller version of that. It's like, for this week, you expected more than you received from your partner, and you're like, okay, yeah, let's go out to dinner. Maybe they didn't make their dinner plans, or they forgot to make the reservation, or they didn't call you back, or you've not been getting to spend as much time together with one another as you would like. And it just, it feels like, you're all talk, you're no action. So that's what I think it's about. And you may end up calling up your friend and being like, I'm so frustrated with him or her, right now. That's kind of how that goes. It's not like somebody just, ran off with your dog and changed the locks on the door. We're not talking about anything like that. Okay. Let's take a little bit more of a look at who's going to be helping you this week, or how you're going to be helped. What positive kind of things are going to be ripe for the picking. Opportunities. That's the word I was looking for. Nine of Cups, Nine of Swords, Page of Pentacles. You got your chance. Your chance is here. This is what you wanted. You wanted the training, the learning, the education, the opportunity, whichever it was. Nine of Cups, you got it. But Nine of Swords, it's like too much for you. Remember, I was like, don't burn yourself out trying to be a perfectionist this week. You may need to try to find a little bit more balance here. You can't do everything. This is something I'm very guilty of as a rising Virgo. I will see an opportunity and I will take it on, and I'll just put it on top of everything else I have going on. And then I realize, oh wait, I can't do everything. There's not enough hours in the day. If I'm going to do things well, I can't do everything. So this is kind of the message for you. You're going to either not be sleeping, which is not healthy, which is honestly what I do see in this spread, you doing. I have puppy dogs. I have kitty cats. You'll hear all the noises. So, you got to sleep. You got to take a breather here. It's okay to not be perfect all the time. If you need to take this opportunity, if it's something you can't put off, which I have a feeling it's not. I think it's time sensitive and you have to really hit the ground running. You're going to have to let something else go. You might have to eat off of some paper plates this week. Order some takeout. That sounds really good right now, actually. I should take my own advice. I'm like, that sounds awesome. You got paper plates and order takeout. Just, the vacuum, you don't have to run it every day. Let's do an oracle card for you for this week. Okay. A new romantic cycle begins. I really like that because we're seeing like, things not going so great with the love department. So maybe that's because we're getting out of an old cycle and we're starting a new one. When you're in a relationship, what that looks like is, again, it's different from if it's a new relationship, or if you're single. You're single, this is easy. A new romantic cycle begins. You're like, oh, good, I'm going to meet somebody, or I'm going to be out there more, putting myself out there, dating more people, or whatever that looks like for you. When you're in a relationship, you guys know what I mean. It's like your relationship is ebb and flow. Okay, and sometimes things are ebb, right? But I think right now we're down here, we're coming back up, new cycle beginning. So it is a good thing for you. If it's not great this week, I think next week You're going to see some changing, some resetting of things. I do hope that you will subscribe if you found this valuable. It supports me in my new channel endeavor, but also then you know when I'm doing a new week prediction, especially if this resonated with you. You guys have a lovely week, and I will see you again next week.